What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video, and this is I'm going to be showing you how to make Old Navy. Now, if you don't know what Old Navy is, don't worry, I don't either. All I know is it's a store that I think is a clothing store. I can't even tell you that much, although that is my guess. I don't know. But, yeah, here it is in build, I guess. There's some fun lag for you. But, yeah, I don't know why I did that. I was just like, yeah, I'm just going to lag now. But, yeah, that's really all I have to say. I'm going to leave you in silence for, like, 4 seconds. I apologize. So, that being said, enjoy the tutorial, and I will catch you on the flip side. Alrighty, so the space you're going to be needing for this is a 77 by 47, and the materials you're needing to start off are brick block, white concrete, blue concrete, stone bricks, black stained glass, dark oak doors. This is when I hate it because I don't know what materials to get because we're at that weird set of, I don't know. Okay, smooth quartz blocks, smooth quartz stairs, and smooth quartz slabs. Maybe we'll do the letters fairly early on this time because I hate them. Starting from the front left-hand corner of your 77 by 47 grid, cough cough if you made it. If it is more convenient to start from the front right-hand corner from you, that is perfectly fine. This build is symmetrical apart from said letters. From this corner though, you want to count back by 3 and right by 2. And going right, you want to place 21 brick blocks. If you want to build the shell, aka the front, or I guess the left, back, right, and then the front, the left and the left of the front, left and the right of the front, the row at the front and left of the row at the left and the right of the front is 21. The total of the left and the right is 42, and then the total of the back is 73. Just as a thing. But we're going to ignore this row. Pretend like this row does not exist. Pretend like it's just not actually there. So from this row, though, well, that's kind of ironic. From the far right block of this row, you want to go forward diagonally to the right with a brick block. Then go forward with 1, right with 1, back with 2. Bring each of those white concretes up by... I don't have the thing. Do I have the thing written down? That might be helpful. I don't? You want to place 3 rows of white concrete on top of that little, like, thumbs up looking thing. I just used my brain. I have one of those, believe it or not. From the back brick block, though, of that little thumbs up, you want to bring it right with 7 black stained glass blocks, 2 dark oak doors, 2 black glass, 2 dark oak doors, 1 black glass, 2 dark oak doors, 2 black glass, 2 dark oak doors, and then 7 black glass. Sorry. Just like that. Place 3 rows of black glass on top of each black glass block, or 3 blocks per block, and then you want to place 2 on top of every single door. I have somehow managed to memorize most of this, although I do have some of these numbers written down. This is not one of them. I just kind of figured I'd remember that because it's easy. If I can remember the 7, I can remember the rest of it. That's pretty much how that goes. I have a better memory for this stuff than I do for, like, school stuff, but school stuff's irrelevant, so. What you then want to do is you want to bring that far right black glass right with a brick block. Bring that brick block forward by 2, then go right 1 and back 1. And then bring each of those brick blocks up with 3 white concrete as well. So to give you this, we're still ignoring that row on the left, by the way. You can see how that's blank. You want it to be blank. That's just... We'll worry about all that at once, because I think it's easier to just get all that done at the same time. How do I want to describe this? That's a good question. Okay. We'll go to the top left-hand corner of white concrete. This little section over here, this top left white concrete. You want to bring this white concrete, go up 1, then bring it left 1, then go forward 1, then go right by 32, and then back 2. If you want to so choose at the left side, you can bring that far left block back by an additional 1. So you have this. You have essentially a bracket, a big old bracket, from the overhead view, and I guess kind of the underside. So it should just go around those poles almost, those 2x2s, and then we're ignoring the back row because that's only relevant for the doors. But it'll give you that. And then what you're going to want to do is you want to connect all that white concrete together left to right. So you're going to have 3 rows. And if you want to place a row on top of the black glass, you can by all means. I'm not going to as I don't feel it is necessary. But it'll give you this. This is what you should have. This kind of reminds me of PetSmart a little bit right now. I don't know why. But what you want to do is you want to bring either corner of white concrete up with, or each, actually you want to bring the far left and the far right rows of white concrete, each up by 6. This will actually kind of make it easier. That wasn't my intention with that, but it kind of will. So you have this. Now you again have another, a bracket, sorry. I don't know what words are. Underscore? No, it isn't under. Wait. It is an underscore. No, underscore doesn't have the little... those things. Whatever. So you want to take the middle row of the row of 3 or the second row back if you want to think about it mathematically that way. And you want to connect the bottom 5 rows of white concrete together left to right with blue concrete. Only of that middle row. You could do the, I guess, back row if you want. It doesn't really matter. But it wants to be specifically the middle row because that's the row that's going to be relevant here. And then you'll have 1 row of white concrete available at the top. And you just want to close off those 3 rows. Essentially connecting them left to right together with white concrete. And you do want to do all 3 rows that time. So something interesting about this build is this section right here actually does not have a stair roof. I haven't not had stairs or slabs used on a roof in ages on a build, but it works, so we'll go with it. Because I was going to, but I didn't think it actually looked good with it. I think it just looked better with the 1 frame, because the frame is kind of enough for what we want in this situation. What is the number? I forgot the number. Hold up. Okay, that's what I thought. I just wanted to double check. Come to the bottom left-hand corner of the blue concrete, and you want to be hovering on that blue concrete, and we're going to do the letters. From this bottom left corner, you want to count right by 2 and up by 1, and you want to place an upside-down smooth quartz stair facing left. Bring that up with a block, then a stair facing left, then go right with an upside-down slab, stair facing right, down with a block, then an upside-down stair facing right, and then place a slab in between those 2 stairs. Those stairs should have the divots facing away from each other, by the way. I'm always going to specify it as that the divots will be the things facing away. The flat sides would technically be the inside, because if you're walking on a staircase, that stair will be facing left, and it's facing towards you when you walk up it. That's kind of how that works. I guess. I don't know. Leave a 1 block gap from the bottom of that and place 3 blocks moving up, and bring the bottom block right with a slab. Leave a 1 block gap from the bottom of that and place 3 blocks moving up again. You want to bring the top block right with an upside-down slab, then a stair facing right. Bring that stair down with a block, then an upside-down stair facing right. Bring that stair left with a slab. There you have old. Is Old Navy actually old? That's a good question. I don't know. Leave a 2 block gap from the bottom of that and place 3 smooth quartz blocks moving up. Bring the middle block right with a stair facing right and then a block, and bring that block up and down by 1. Leave a 1 block gap from the bottom of that and place 2 blocks, then moving up, then a stair facing left. Bring that stair right with an upside down slab, then a stair facing right, then go down with 2 blocks. Connect the upper blocks or the middle row together at the center with a slab. Leave a 1 block gap from the top of that, and you want to place a block. Bring it down by 1. Down diagonally to the right by 1. Up diagonally to the right 1, and up 1. Now you can actually leave a 3 block gap from the bottom of that and place 2 blocks moving up. Bring that top block left and right with an upside down slab, and bring either upside down slab up with a block. There you have your letters, which spell out Old Navy. Excellent. So, we can do this two different ways. We can go right, back, left, forward, or you can go back to the left, front left, and go back, right, forward, left. I'm going to start from the right side over here. So from this back right brick block, it's this one. It's not the far back one, because it's the one most to the right, but more back. That doesn't make sense. It's this one. You can see the one that I'm highlighting. You want to bring this brick block back diagonally to the right by 1, and then bring that brick right by 20. Just like that. So your build should be perfectly symmetrical other than the letters right now, and it's going to stay that way, except for back details, which I'll talk about, but I might not do. We'll see how lazy I get. Bring the brick block at the right. You can also do the left at the same time if you want, but you want to bring this brick block here back by 41. Then if you didn't bring the other one back, you want to bring this back right-hand corner left by 72. And then connect forward. And that'll give you a big old rectangle. And I think this is a good point where you should decide, do I want this bigger, do I want this smaller, do I want whatever. I personally think this is a good size. I don't think Old Navy's that large, although I've never actually been in one, so shrug. But yeah, I don't think they're that big from what I've seen, and I don't know. I mean, I don't even know what they sell, I'm gonna be honest. I know it's a store. I think it's like clothing, but I couldn't tell you. Anyways, on top of every single brick block that doesn't already have something on top of it, you want to place 5 rows of white concrete, then 1 row of blue concrete, and 2 rows of white concrete. I would just build that up on one corner or one block or whatever, and then do all of the walls. So essentially this pattern will go all the way around. And it should be 2 rows shorter than the tall white concrete section. Let me actually double check that my number is correct there. It is. Cool, so it should be 2 shorter. Also, hopefully everyone is having a good day or night. I am, for the most part. It does not feel like Friday. I'm recording this on a Friday. It feels like a Thursday. But I think that's mostly because I wasn't actually at school on Monday, and I'm confused. But so that just kind of is like, I've done that multiple times today. I've been in my head like, yup, it's Thursday. And then one of my teachers was like, have a good weekend. I was like, oh yeah, it's Friday. But, yeah, it's interesting. You're probably seeing this on a Friday, actually. You might be seeing this on a Friday. It'll probably be Wednesday, I think. Because it'll be Pizza Hut on whatever day that is. I forgot. Saturday. Then Monday it'll be... Yeah, this will be Wednesday, so... Friday will probably be something cool. Something I haven't done since, like, the 2nd or something. Or the 1st. No, 2nd. Definitely 2nd. Or 3rd. It might have been 3rd, actually. But, point is, I haven't done it since the very beginning of the year. And... I like throwing them in every once in a while. Last time I did it went horribly wrong, though. I mean, it turned out, like, okay, just... I'm not gonna get into it. If you understand the thing that I'm talking about, then you'll know what I'm saying, if you know the thing. Who did you... Okay, never mind. YouTube oh, okay. Never mind, I see. YouTube notifications confuse me sometimes. But, yeah. Anything interesting to talk about while I'm here? Not particularly, no. Other than, yeah, I really have nothing planned until maybe June at the earliest. That would affect anything here. Well, yeah, that seems fair. And then, really, I'm looking, like, towards February of next year. I know that's very premature, but I know 2 things that are happening that I would like to be a part of. So, Like, you know, I know it's really early, but the thing's already been announced, so you know, might as well look at it and be like, okay, cool, and then move on with my life because that's way too far ahead. Why are you not super flying? There we go. And, yeah, not really a whole ton interesting is happening. Yeah, really nothing interesting has happened recently. It's kind of in one of those stretches of time where literally nothing happens. But I mean, I guess to be fair, like, after a vacation, that generally seems to be the, seems to be what happens, just literally nothing. Also, shut up, phone, I didn't ask you. If I asked, I would have said something. I mean, I technically did ask, because the notification is on, so happened. Of course it happened. Whether I asked it to or not, it happened. That's, I guess, something. I'm almost there. If you're in Java or just a little bit slower than me, because I kind of do build very fast, feel free to pause. And obviously that goes in general, just, yeah. But what we're going to want to do is at each corner, the 4 corners you want to place sticking out from the corners, actually. You just want to place a row of stone bricks that is as tall as the build. And then you want to make sure that so if you do it like this, where you have it essentially from this corner block, there's one off the front and one off the right of it. Just kind of fill in that corner diagonal. So it'll give you that. Now the blue actually looks dumb. What did I do it on that it didn't look dumb? Canadian Tire, I think it didn't actually, like I had the stripe like that. But yeah, and you want to do the stone bricks on each corner. Once we actually do this, we're gonna do the detail, and wow, that was very descriptive. We're gonna do the detail on the stripes, and then we're gonna start the roof part. I almost said portion and part in the same, like, at the same time. That would have been really weird. But we're gonna do the roof portion and do some other stuff, and I'll talk about one other thing, which I'm actually probably gonna talk about first. So yeah, I'll talk about it right now. So as far as anything is concerned, really, but as far as the garage is concerned, what are they called? Loading docks. There we go. I couldn't think of it last time. Loading docks. Do whatever you so choose for a loading dock. Make it fit the proportions of what you want. For me, I do 7 by 5. Like, here, I'll actually just break it out. I'm not gonna do anything with it, but like maybe I'll do like the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th to the right. And then I'll do 4 more rows above it, and it'll give you this. And then I'll do my normal garage design, which is just the pillar quartz block in a block. Pillar quartz block pushed inwards a block with the tripwire hook in the bottom center, and it'll be something like that, and then a little door to the side of it. Again, as I've mentioned before, I would recommend keeping them all at the same side. Like, say you have a shopping center with Old Navy and Sierra, because Sierra is just right there. You wouldn't want Old Navy to have it on the right and Sierra to have it on the left, especially if they're right next to each other, especially if Sierra is here on this side of it, because then the garages are going to be or the loading docks are going to be very close, and you don't necessarily want that. Now, there are situations where that would be okay if it was like a joint thing where it's like, let's say you tore down the wall and they were like one location, which I don't know particularly how much that happens, but in that situation, I don't necessarily think that would matter as much. But you could do opposite corners, like you could do the left of Old Navy and then the right of Sierra if Sierra was again right here. But just kind of keep in mind your surroundings and how everything is working, kind of situational awareness in a way. So, come to the Old Navy sign, the front thing with the blue. And you want to come to the white concrete on top. So you have 3 rows at the top. You want to bring those 3 rows back with an additional 7 rows. And then you may extend this back more or less or whatever, based on your tastes. But for me, I am okay with the good old 10 spot. Because I like keeping my numbers the same. Like, I like keeping my numbers fairly user-friendly. Backs of builds, But the sides, normally I'll do, like, a friendly number. Except for all the suburban houses, that's always 17. And also on this, it was 42, but that was because of a weird thing that it did, so. Or that I did. Alright, just like that. I kind of forgot about something. So you want to clear inventory and get out. I knew I was forgetting something. You want to get out stone slabs, spruce wood planks, and spruce wood stairs, not birch. Get out of here, birch. No one likes you. And then, so what you want to do is on the row of white concrete below that row, the one single strip of blue concrete that's around your entire build. We're not focusing on the sign section anymore. We're focusing on the actual walls. On the row of white concrete below the row of blue concrete, you want to place a row of upside down stone slabs, scaling or going around your entire build, except for your stone brick pillars, those stay the same. And on the row above it, you want to place a row of normal stone slabs, so regular, just normal, just generic, just how they used to always be placed, no matter what you tried to do. I feel really old now. But yeah, you want to just give it a little bit of a divider almost between it and the white concrete, which I normally do that because I don't like flush walls anymore. Like, that's the thing where it's like, the more you build, the more those little things change. Like, 5 years ago, I would have looked at them and been like, excellent, this is beautiful. And I probably would have even had the blue concrete flat, and maybe... No, probably not the letters. I probably would have used bigger letters, though, and I probably would have made the entire build larger. But, like, I would have had probably just a strip of blue concrete, or I just have flat white walls, I think, at that time. I wasn't into the detail. The more you, like, build, the more you're like, I don't like that little detail. And then you want to kind of try and improve on it. There are actually some builds that still stand up today that I'm like, yes, excellent. Can I think of any really old ones? The church is, church isn't really that good. Donut Shop is actually not that bad for its time. Spleef isn't that old. Movie Theater is actually pretty good. Movie Theater and the Prison are both okay. I think the Prison needed a larger roof, though. Like, it should have been too thick, because it looks really thin. Or a block and a half, which I can't do with concrete, but it is what it is. But yeah, just kind of like those little things, like, you look at a building and you're like, yes, beautiful, and then you come back to it, like, 6 months later and you're like, I should have made that different. I think pretty much every single build you can just go up to and think that, or you can find something wrong with it. When you first make it, maybe you're like, this is perfect, this is exactly how I want it. And that doesn't necessarily happen with me. I hit a point where I'm like, okay, I don't think I have any other ways to improve this that I can see as of right now. And then maybe again, I can come back in like 8 months or whatever and just be like, yeah, that needs to change. And that's kind of the fun thing with building that I enjoy. Alright, so we're finally done painfully placing the slabs. What you want to do is on the lower level, which isn't really that much lower, the stone brick and white concrete level. You want to place a row of spruce wood planks on top of each, well, white concrete and stone brick. In case that wasn't obvious already. I'm also not going to do the whole roof because I'm kind of on a time crunch. Not really. I mean, I'm on a time crunch more so because I want to be on one. Not because I'm bored. That kind of came out like I'm bored. But don't question it. I mean, you can question it. I'm not going to answer, though. Actually, no, I probably will answer. But not with a very vague answer, because that's what I enjoy doing. What you're going to want to do is you want to then surround those spruce wood planks in upside down spruce wood stairs, and you want to make sure that they do all connect properly and face the right way. So they're not just kind of facing into the wall and you don't have a really, really weird look. You kind of want a trim look to it, which is what this is doing. Like that. You know how it is. You've probably built like one of my 30,000 tutorials at this point, which is obviously an exaggeration, but also, if you haven't, then welcome, I guess. Or I guess alternatively, you could have been around and just never have watched my tutorials until now, which would be a little bit more peculiar, considering, you know, they've existed, and I don't know why this should be the particular one that you pick, but, whatever. So there's like a lot better options. Then what you want to do is you want to fill in the roof in with spruce wood planks, the lower roof. No offense to, Old Navy, of course, but, like, there's a lot better things. Walmart, Costco, Target, you could even argue like something like Cold Stone, but I've never been to Cold Stone. I've never been to Old Navy. I've never been to Cold. I actually don't know where a Cold Stone is near me. If anyone knows what a Cold Stone is, it's not that well known, I don't think. I guess it depends on your area. But yeah. Oh, I just thought of a really good one, but I don't think I can do it. Because of the letters. Well, I've done the generic version of it. Have I? No, yeah, I definitely have. Yeah, the branded version is really, really good. Auntie Anne's, if anyone's ever heard of it. I'm assuming most people have heard of it. It's like a pretty popular thing. I'm actually gonna look it up real quick to make sure that I can leave that in the video for reasons. I don't know why I had to stop. And not RS, all locations, not allergen menu. Although that is interesting, every single time I look up a location that's a restaurant, that always pops up. Or like look up for all locations, that pops up every single time. Okay, yeah, there's a lot of that. Hold up, let me just check like Nebraska. That seems like a general just random. There's none in There's really none in Nebraska. Okay, no, there is 2 in Nebraska. There is a lot. Okay, so I can leave that in. I'm assuming most people have heard of it. It's the soft pretzels. They're very good. I haven't had one in years. We saw one too somewhere, or where were we? I forget if we were like on the road or where we were, but we were somewhere in one of the places that we were recently, and we saw one. I was like, huh, that's funny. I haven't had an Auntie Anne's pretzel in years. But yeah, they're really good, and I definitely should make that. But I mean, Auntie Anne's is a lot of letters for such a small location. But like, I could just do AA, genius, just AA and a pretzel. Sometimes you gotta think outside the box, you know? Like Chuck E. Cheese, how I did CEC. But that's kind of more of a well-known abbreviation of that. And there's another thing that I'm thinking about doing that for, but I actually don't know if the letters are too big as I originally thought, because I just looked at them again today and I was like, maybe they're not too big. And then I decided to move on and build this instead, because I got bored. How much more? How much more is left? Too much. I'm gonna do like a couple more rows. Is there anything that I want to talk about before I end the video? No, I don't think so, honestly. No, not really. Other than I will be doing the every other day streams again, every other daily streams. That's what I call them. They'll be starting back up again because I really need to do those because yeah, they're fun. And I noticed my channel does better with them, which is always interesting. I mean, it kind of makes sense, but I seem to do better when I stream. I noticed that because I gained more subscribers in February than I did in January, or no, more in January than I did in December. I want to say because I didn't stream like at all in December. But yeah, I'm at a point in the school year where I'm like, whatever, I don't care. So might as well just waste my time streaming for 2 hours because that sounds like fun. But yeah, and then definitely during the summer, they will return, and I might even do, like, start skipping some tutorial days. But I also have to remember that middle of June I could be going somewhere. We'll say August to November I could have a job. We'll say end of July I could be going somewhere. That's kind of where the plans are laid out right now. I don't know exact dates on any of them minus the first thing. But I already forgot the exact dates, so tough luck. And I don't even know if it's gonna happen, but it was discussed because, yeah. But yeah, how many rows is that? 5. I'll just finish it, whatever. Not that I have much to do. And then obviously the inside is up to you. I would recommend adding skylights on buildings like this, just like little like 2x3 glass things or whatever that stick out. Also, another thing is maybe use, like, smooth quartz slabs or something instead, or smooth stone slabs instead, and have it, like, a block lower. Obviously, it's a little bit too late for that, but in general, as a future idea, you can. For me, I don't have the patience to do that. I mean, you could do slash fill, and that's more patience than, that's easier than a lot of things. But once you've done that, ladies and gentlemen, that is your Old Navy complete, except mine is the garage or whatever else you want to add. If you have some of my older, tutorials or whatever, stores tutorials, I would recommend adding loading docks just because I think that it kind of is smart because they need them. But I have a thing is, if you guys did enjoy this video, I don't remember if I said that already, no, I don't think I did. Have a fantastic dinner, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.